Presidential candidate Mr Tharman Shanmugaratnam is a familiar face in Singapore, having spent more than 20 years in politics. The 66-year-old former senior minister wants to be Singapore's president for a new era and has called for a dignified contest. Tan Se-hui with more on the man in the second of a three-part series on the country's three presidential candidates.
Student activism played a big role in Mr Tharman's early days studying in the UK. And it was also in the UK where he met his wife, Jane Itogi, another important milestone in his life.
And eventually got married. Very simple marriage. We first went to a Hindu temple for a very basic ceremony on the way to the registry of marriages, and my mother was with us. Then, of course, we were keen on children. So we did a bit of research and found that there was this tribe called the Yoruba tribe in Africa, which had lots of twins, incredible fertility, and they ate a lot of yam. So my wife being Teochew, we decided we're going to go to every restaurant that has orni. Didn't know whether it was the husband who needs to eat orni or the wife. So we both whacked. Lo and behold, we had 4 children in quick succession.
And the most rewarding part, serving residents for 22 years. If elected as president, he says he won't change his style or personality.
I will continue to be who I am. I intend to be on the ground supporting initiatives, supporting civil society. I intend to be personal in the way I go about my work.
Now, if you were elected as president, what would be your process if you disagreed with the government of the day?
If it's the constitutional role of the president to exercise judgment and make a decision, that's of course something that I'll do scrupulously and with the independence of mind that everyone knows. So I will exercise that role responsibly in Singapore's interests. If it's issues that are not part of the constitutional role of the president, the custodial powers that the president has, then the correct way of going about it is to meet the Prime Minister privately and provide my own advice, independent advice. If you have a relationship of trust and mutual respect between the Prime Minister and the President, there's a greater likelihood of that advice being taken seriously.
Mr Tharman says his experience in government and politics over the years will help him fulfill responsibilities of the presidency, such as safeguarding the reserves.
They've been invaluable 22 plus years, invaluable.
Mr Tharman first burst into the scene in 2001 when he entered politics with the People's Action Party. He was then elected as an MP for Jurong GRC. 2 years later, he took the helm at the Education Ministry before taking the finance portfolio in 2007. He then served as Deputy Prime Minister in 2011 to 2019 and held prominent posts at international organizations, including the International Monetary Fund and World Economic Forum.